the whole point is that you have to do your research. You can't expect no one to do it for you. You can't take jabs at people just because they don't want to give you their source, or if they're telling you to Google. I feel like Google is not a downplay. I feel like if you don't want to Google, you don't need to be a reseller, because that's the main point of reselling, is to learn brands and to Google. Hey everyone, today we are doing a Resellers Real Talk, and I just feel like there's a lot of stuff that need to be talked about, and there's some stuff going on that I just don't like, so I'm gonna talk about it. Today is all about Resellers Real Talk, and what that means is that we're gonna dive into some touchy topics, and we're gonna talk about things that's happening in the community, and we're gonna talk about just all of the things that resellers don't like talking about. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariel. If you guys don't know me, I am a full-time reseller, whatever that means to you. But yeah, I am a full-time reseller, and I do YouTube videos, I do Posh Lives, and I do sell on regular Poshmark. I mean, if that counts. If you guys are not following me on Instagram, make sure that you're following me, Ariel_Scott_13. Sometimes I forget my own Instagrams. Oops. And then guys, yeah, I do live shows every Monday and Wednesday at 6:30 Eastern time. Now that we got through all of that, we're not here for that. I am here because it is a topic that I would like to discuss with you guys, and I just keep it real with you guys and tell you guys what I'm thinking, what's going on. And this is just going to be a raw video, not really going to be no editing, if that makes sense, because, you know, a lot of people like to edit. That's not me. But I have a couple of topics that I do want to discuss with you guys, and one of the main things is just like YouTubers that just doesn't make any sense. We have a lot to break down, we have a lot to discuss. Not really a lot, just a lot of things that I'm seeing that I kind of don't agree with within the community. But honestly, it's just a lot of leaders that act like leaders and they're really not leaders. For the longest time, like, you have people that's on YouTube, and I'm so thankful for live selling, because actually when live selling started, you never know how someone truly act or how a person is until you kind of see them act in person. And being that it's not kind of in person, you're still seeing them over the camera, so you get to do your own evaluation as, hey, is this person real? Is they fake? A lot of times, they're fake. It's okay, we'll live. But it's just like real sad. So I've been seeing like a couple of things that actually I really didn't like. For one, like, it's a YouTube video that came out, and it's talking about it's talking in regards to pallets and how to do your research on pallets, and what goes into the research, and how if you ask multiple resellers, and some resellers are not willing to help, and they say Google it. Well, how is that not a great answer? Because honestly, if you're in this business, like, yeah, you want to give people sources that's gonna help, but at the same time, like, I just feel like you can't give all of your sources out, if that makes sense, because I mean, then you really won't have no source for yourself. But in other words, like, I feel like if I'm telling you to Google it, and if I'm telling you to do your research, and if I gave you about 3 sources already, I can't do the whole job for you. Like, you have to do something. And I just don't like when other resellers try to make it seem like a person didn't help them based because the person didn't lead them through it. This particular person literally, like, will steal a source from you. The person is just real, like, kind of conniving in a way, and really manipulative. So if I tell you to Google it, and then I tell you about 3 of my sources of where I'm getting my inventory from, and you still need help, it just kind of becomes a you problem, if that makes any sense. And like, I just don't like it, because, you know, you have these people who, like, they act like they know everything, and they act like they're all about the community and not separation or whatever. But the minute you be friends with someone that they don't like in the community, it's a problem. They act like you can talk to them, but the minute you text them, it's a whole nother issue. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just honestly like people who's the same way all the time. And this is why I'm saying, like, I really appreciate live shows, because it really shows me as a person, like, if I want to maintain being your friend, if I don't. Like, it's some people who I've saw on live sell who's probably high up or probably low, and it don't really matter, but I'm just like, you is not the same as YouTube. You're lying to people. You're not the same at all. There's a lot of people who I've met, and I'm like, dang, I like them. They are good. Like, I really do. So like, it's a catch-22 overall. But I would just say, guys, if you're that person who you honestly like need help finding sources, and if you're dedicated to wanting to know about liquidation or buying pallets, no one can walk you through that process. Nobody can tell you like, hey, this is the liquidator for you, you have to buy this pallet, these are the brands that's going to sell for you. No one can do that. Like, I know a few people who buy pallets, and I know a few liquidators and that nature. I know people who have great success with it, but at the same time, like, the brands that's selling for them, it won't sell for me. You know what I'm saying? So they can give me all of their sources they want. It's up to me to then look into that source, and then contact the people, to then go on Google and actually do the research and see, hey, well, is it a cheaper source out there? Am I willing to pay for shipping? Am I willing to pay for all of the things? Some of that stuff you're not willing to pay for, so you can't really get it across. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's a lot. Like, you can't expect for people to do your research. And even if a person pulls out a laptop, literally pulls out a laptop and shows you all of the liquidators to look into, that's not helping you either. Because at the end of the day, I guarantee you they held back some of their information of a source that's on their video, and they're really not helping you. Instead of them being honest and being like, okay, I'm just going to show you guys what's the steps I personally take to liquidate or the thing. All of the sources that this person literally said, everybody can go on Google and look it up, and it's gonna be there. Like, it's not no hidden secret. Like, give us something that's gonna help us. Don't just take us to Google and tell us to skip the sponsored videos, and yeah, and then start indirectly like kind of targeting people. Like, that's not okay. You can't do that. Like, when a newcomer come to me and they ask me like, hey, how do I do, you know, how do I start listing on Porsche, or how did you start following your following? I honestly give them legit ways on how I'm going to do that. I don't act like I'm going to help them and then try to swindle them to get their sources, or want to be friends just for sources or inventory and everything. I get that we're all in the business for reselling, but at the same time, you don't have to like be somebody's friend just because they're high, and you don't have to be somebody's friend just because you want to get noticed or you want to get out there. And guess what? If your friend is on a live sale and she has more views than you, cheer her on. It's okay. Like, we don't have to envy each other because someone has more views than the other person. It's not that serious. Because I done seen people on live sales who has 100 people, and I've seen people who have like literally like 20 people. And from my experience of selling on Poshmark, it really doesn't really matter how much people you have, because the money still comes regardless. You can make $700 with 20 people on your show. 100%. I know that for a fact. If you have 100 people, you could make $700 with 100. It's all about your inventory. It's all about who you are as a person. It's all about authenticity, and like, people can see through that. So you're only tricking yourself. Like, come on, wisen up. No one's dumb. And that's really all I gotta say about that. Like, I just really had to come out with it. It's really a short video, but at the end of the day, like, be careful of who you're befriending. Be careful of who you're texting. Be careful of who you're looking at YouTube and getting advice from, because not everybody's authentic, not everybody is real, and not everybody is leading y'all the right way. So I just felt like this was a video that I had to make, and I'm very comfortable with making it, because there's a lot of stuff in here that really need to be talked about that nobody don't talk about, and people are scared to talk about. But at the end of the day, I mean, you know, probably want to pay attention a little bit, guys. And guys, I'm going to say it over. It's okay to Google it. It's totally fine, because it's common sense. If you're not finding those sources around you, what is Google for? What is it? To say hi to you? No. You have to research. You have to Google. You have to do your homework. No one's not going to do it for you. I promise you. Do it yourself, guys. The name of the video is Do It Yourself. It's okay. We can do it ourselves. We're fine. We got brains. We got everything that we need. We can resell stuff ourselves. We can do it ourselves. We can research ourselves. We can make friends ourselves. We don't need to follow people who acting positive and really is not positive. Be careful who people tell you to stay from, and who's spreading all of these rumors, because they're actually the person who's starting it. Like, they're actually the person that you actually have to watch. So like, just saying. But anyway, guys, so yeah, that's the video. I appreciate you guys for listening. I told you guys it was really gonna be a short video. Just pay attention, guys. Seriously, I can't say it enough to who you're befriending. Don't befriend people just to befriend people. Literally, I only have like a few friends in the community, and probably people that I treasure, you know what I'm saying? But like, watch out. There's a lot of fake ones out there. It's a lot of fake ones out there. So subscribe to more videos. That's really all I have. It's definitely a short video. Just had to get that out. I feel better now that that's out. Guys, if you want to see more of me, make sure that you come to my live shows on Posh. Make sure you come to my live shows on Posh. It is every Monday and Wednesday at 6:30 Eastern time. We having fire. We doing all of the things. I'm so excited about it. And yeah, not on Whatnot no more, but my fiance do shows on Whatnot, so you might want to tip over there. And user tag is still the same way. It is Ariel Scott, and my best friend do shows on Whatnot, so you might want to go over there again. It's a Posh Life. Mandy does shows over there too, so you know I be on there sometime. I'm not always on there. Like, I'm kind of never on there except for like they're having a show or whatever. But yeah, definitely go over there, or you know, come on my side, hang out with me a little bit. We're gonna have fun. And until next time, guys, bye.